Stop right there. Do not turn away from me. Do not scroll past these words right now. Lift your eyes to my face. This message is for you. Heaven has frozen time itself to bring your spirit to this exact intersection. You did not arrive here by accident. This is not a random video on your screen. I guided your hand to touch this exact title because your soul is standing at a dangerous threshold. I need your absolute attention for the next few minutes. Give me your time. Do not let the noise of the world steal this moment from you. I see you rushing. Your mind is racing with 1,000 thoughts. You want to look away. You want to move to the next distraction because your heart is uncomfortable. But I command you to stay right here. Do not turn away from me now. What I am about to release over your life will redefine your entire future. If you close this now, you may miss the exact breakthrough you have been begging me to send. The enemy wants you to ignore this voice. He wants you to remain blind. But I am stepping into your atmosphere today to shatter his plans. Are you listening to me? Look at my words. Do not let your focus wander. The noise around you is a trap designed to keep you running in endless circles. You have been running for so long. You are tired of the constant motion. You are tired of searching for answers in places that leave you empty. Stop the chase. I am right here in front of you. I did not bring you to this moment to lecture you or condemn you. I brought you here because I want to see you. I want to look directly into your soul without any masks. Do not turn away because you feel unworthy. Do not turn away because you think your failures have separated us. I know every mistake you made yesterday. I know the regrets that keep you awake at night. But my love is not a transaction that changes when you stumble. I am your father. I do not look at you through your past. I see the masterpiece I created before the foundation of the world. When you hide your face from me, you are hiding from the only source of true healing. Do not turn away when the path ahead looks dark and terrifying. Do not turn away when you feel completely misunderstood by everyone around you. I saw when they twisted your words. I saw when they judged your pure intentions. They called you weak because you chose to stay silent. They thought you were broken beyond repair. But they do not know what I have planted deep inside your spirit. You are a secret warrior. You are the one I chose to break the heavy chains of fear in your family line. Listen closely to what I am saying. There is a reason why you have felt a strange restlessness in your chest lately. You thought it was anxiety. You thought you were losing your mind. But that restlessness is a sign that something is shifting in the unseen realm right now. The old season is closing at my command. The doors that held you captive are beginning to tremble. Do not run back into the comfort of your old prisons, because the wilderness is too scary. Stay with me. You have tried to be strong. You carry their burdens on your back while your own knees are shaking. You smile when you want to scream. You tell them you are fine, because you do not want to be a burden to anyone. But who carries you? Who listens to your silent cries when the house is completely quiet? I do. I am the one who catches every single tear before it hits the floor. I am the shield around your heart. Do not turn away from me when my answers seem delayed. You have watched others move ahead while you feel completely stuck in the mud. You have questioned my timing. You have wondered if I forgot the promises I made to you in the secret place. I have not forgotten a single word. Every delay was a holy protection from traps you could not see. If I opened that door last year, it would fail. The weight of it would have crushed your spirit. I was not denying you. I was preparing you to carry the weight of a massive glory. Isolation is the favorite weapon of the adversary. He wants you to believe that you are entirely alone in this battle. He whispers that no one cares about your pain. He tells you that your story does not matter. And when you believe those lies, you turn away. You turn away from the light. You retreat into the shadows of your own mind. But I am commanding you to break that pattern today. Open your heart to my voice. Let my words flood into the dark corners where fear has been breeding for years. The storm around you is loud. The waves are crashing against your little boat. You are looking at the wind, and you are terrified of sinking. But look at me. I am standing on the water right beside you. The storm has no power over my voice. I can silence the wind with a single breath. The enemy wants you to focus on the illusion of his power. He wants you to believe his threats are bigger than my promises. He is a liar. His authority over your life was stripped away completely. You are a silent survivor. You have survived the betrayals. You have survived the losses that should have broken your mind. You are still standing today because my grace was holding you up when your own strength was completely gone. Do not look back at the wreckage of the past. Do not let the ghosts of yesterday dictate the layout of your tomorrow. I am doing a new thing right now. It is springing forth. Can you not perceive it? You have been hiding your true feelings from everyone around you. You put on a brave face when you walk out the door. You make sure your family has everything they need. You listen to their problems, and you give them advice. You act like the anchor of the ship. But inside your own room, the anchor is dragging on the bottom of the ocean. I see that weight. Do not turn away because you think I am angry with your exhaustion. I do not expect you to be a machine. I do not demand that you never feel weary. Even the strongest warriors must lay down their swords at the end of the day. But you have been sleeping with your sword in your hand. You are terrified that if you let go for 1 second, everything will crumble into pieces. Trust me. Stay right here. Do not let your mind drift away to your daily tasks. I need your absolute presence because the next truth is vital for your survival. You have spent too much time trying to figure everything out on your own. You have analyzed every scenario until your brain is completely exhausted. Your neck is stiff. Your shoulders are heavy with tension. This must stop now. Breathe, my child. The urgency of stopping you was so I could hold you for a moment. Let me. Let the tightness in your chest relax. Let the heavy walls you built around your heart melt away in my presence. You do not have to be a soldier right now. You do not have to prove your strength to me. I do not need your performance. I only want your presence. I want to see you. I want to see you exactly as you are. I see the raw pieces of your heart. I see the fractures from the wounds that never healed properly. You thought you had to patch yourself up before you could come back to my altar. You thought I only accept the clean and perfect versions of you. But I am the potter. I love the clay when it is broken and soft in my hands. Bring me your fragments. Bring me the parts of your story that make you feel deep shame. I will not push you away. I know about the pain you never share with your closest friends. I know about the quiet grief that visits you when you are driving alone in your car. You look at the sky and you ask me why it has to be this hard. You ask me if you are doing something wrong. My beloved child, you are not wrong. The road is narrow because the destination is glorious. The training is intense because the crown I have prepared for you is heavy with eternal weight. Do not turn away from my gaze. Keep your eyes fixed on my love. We are going down into the deep places of your heart now. I am going to shine my light into the secret rooms where you have locked your oldest fears. You cannot hide them. You have hidden them from the world, but you cannot hide them from me. Stay with me for the next step. Let me show you what I see when I look at your beautiful, tired soul. The truth will not hurt you. The truth will tear down the walls of your isolation. It will heal the secret infection of your spirit. Do not scroll away. The second part of our journey begins now. Come closer, my child. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired. Now that you are here, let me tell you what I see when I look at your heart. You have been carrying a heavy weight in absolute silence for months. You hide it well. The world thinks you are unbreakable because you always carry their burdens. But I see the truth behind your smile. I saw you when you closed the bathroom door last night. I watched you turn on the faucet so the sound of the running water would drown out the sound of your crying. You did not want anyone in the house to hear your pain. You collapsed against the wall and held your chest because the agony was too deep for words. I was there with you on that cold floor. I was closer to you than the tiles beneath your feet. I counted every single tear that escaped your tired eyes. Not one of those drops was wasted. I gathered them all into my bottle. You felt completely alone in that darkness, but my presence was wrapping around your trembling shoulders. You have been fighting battles that nobody else understands. Your friends see your success. Your family sees your strength. They come to you when their own lives are falling apart. You always have a word of hope for them. You pour out your sincere love into their empty hands, but you come home with nothing left for yourself. You sit in your car after a long day of giving. You look at the steering wheel. You feel a profound vacuum inside your soul. You are tired of being the strong one. You are tired of being the stable anchor for everyone else while your own foundation is quietly cracking. I saw you look up at the gray sky with exhaustion written all over your face. You asked me how much longer you must endure this heavy season. You wondered if I was testing your limits. You even thought that your pain was a form of punishment for your past mistakes. My beloved child, look at me. It is not punishment. I am not an angry judge counting your flaws. I am your loving father, watching your secret struggles. Let us examine the tightness behind your chest right now. Do you feel that heavy knot that sits right under your sternum? It never truly lifts. You can sleep for 8 hours, but you still wake up with that same exhaustion in your bones. That tightness is the accumulated weight of every unvoiced pain you have swallowed to keep the peace. You have swallowed your own needs. You have buried your own dreams to make sure others are safe. You have allowed people to misunderstand your intentions because you did not have the energy to fight back. You walked away from arguments while your heart was bleeding inside. I noticed every single sacrifice you made in the dark. You feel like a stranger in your own life. You look in the mirror, and you do not recognize the person staring back at you. The joy has faded from your eyes. The laughter feels hollow in your throat. You feel as though your soul is standing completely still in a dense fog of uncertainty, and you are terrified that you will never find your way out. The enemy wants you to stay in this place of isolation. He whispers that you are a failure. He tells you that your current state is permanent. He wants you to believe that everyone would leave you if they saw how broken you truly are. And because you believe him, you push people away. You build higher walls around your fragile heart. You think that hiding is your only protection. You think that if you do not let anyone close, no one can hurt you again. But those walls are keeping my light out. They are turning your sacred garden into a cold prison. Stop building the walls. I am here to dismantle them with my tender love. I do not fear your darkness. Let us create a holy pause right here. If your heart is vibrating with my words, take action now. Like this video as an act of agreement between your heart and mind. This is a physical sign of your spiritual surrender. By touching that button, you are telling me that you are ready to stop running away from my presence. You are confirming that you hear my voice through the noise. It is a quiet contract between us. We are going to walk through this valley together. You do not have to do this alone anymore. I am binding your broken pieces back together with my own hands. Breathe deeply. Let the pressure inside your lungs release at this exact moment. I saw you when you were rejected by the people you trusted most. You gave them your loyalty. You shared your deepest secrets with them. You believed they would stand by you when the storm arrived. But when the wind started to blow, they vanished from your life. They left you to clean up the wreckage by yourself. The pain of that betrayal was sharper than a double-edged sword. It cut into the deepest layers of your trust. You sat in the silence of your empty room, and you asked me why I allowed them to hurt you so deeply. You wondered if your kindness was a weakness. You promised yourself that you would never love that deeply again. But my child, your capacity to love is a divine gift. Do not let their careless hands ruin the beautiful soil of your heart. I allowed them to leave because they were not equipped to handle your future. They were comfortable with your brokenness, but they would be intimidated by your rise. Their departure was my holy pruning. I removed them to save your destiny. It hurt you deeply, but it saved you from a slow spiritual death. I watched you try to fix things that were meant to stay broken. You tried to mend relationships that I had already closed. Stop trying to resurrect what I have buried for your protection. Let them go. Let us speak about your financial worries. I know the panic that grips your mind when you look at the numbers. You wonder how you will pay the bills next month. You feel the crushing weight of lack pressing down on your shoulders every morning. You feel like you are drowning in an ocean of demands, and no one is throwing you a rope. I see your financial fatigue. I know the exact amount you need. I have monitored every sleepless night you spent calculating your expenses. Do not turn away from me, because you are ashamed of your financial struggle. The earth is mine, and everything in it belongs to my house. I am your provider. Your current scarcity is temporary. I am using this dry season to teach you how to depend on my hand rather than human systems. The systems of the world will fail you. They will change their rules and leave you empty. But my supply is endless. I am opening a river in your desert. You must trust my timing even when the ground looks completely cracked and dead. I saw you when you felt invisible in the church crowd. You sat in the back row. You watched everyone else raise their hands and sing songs of victory. You felt like a hypocrite because your soul was crying while your lips were moving. You felt like you did not belong in the house of the righteous because your heart was full of doubt. But hear me with the deepest part of your spirit. I was not looking at the crowd. I was looking directly at you. I prefer your broken honesty over their perfect performance. Your silent tear in the back row carried more weight in heaven than 1,000 hollow shouts of praise. I am attracted to your vulnerability. You are my chosen vessel. The enemy targeted your mind with heavy depression because he knows the power of your testimony. He wanted to silence you before you could discover your true authority. He wanted to convince you that you are disqualified from my grace. But his lies have reached their limit today. You are not disqualified. You are being refined in the furnace of affliction. The fire is hot, but it is not going to consume you. It is only burning away the ropes that have kept you bound to your past. Look at your hands. They are being trained for spiritual warfare. Lift your head from the dust. I am not going to leave you standing alone in this desert. I have seen your exhaustion. I have watched your secret path through the burning sand. And now, I am going to show you how I turn the wilderness into a place of global breakthrough. See how I handled another running soul who felt completely lost. I want to take you back in time. I want you to look at a story. This story was written thousands of years ago. You believe your current isolation is completely unique, and because you are drowning in this lonely valley, you believe that nobody has ever walked through a desert as dry as yours. But I have been guiding running souls since the beginning of creation. I know your path. There was a woman named Hagar. She was cast out into the burning desert. She had done nothing wrong. She was caught in a conflict she did not create, and as the blistering heat began to consume her strength, she realized that her small bottle of water was completely empty. The sand was hot. The silence was deafening. She looked at her crying child. Her heart broke into pieces. She could not bear to watch her son die under the blazing sun, so she placed him under a small bush. And after walking a short distance away from his cries, she sat down on the ground and turned her face away from the scene. She wept aloud. She felt abandoned. She believed she was completely forgotten. She thought her story was ending in the dust. She turned away from the sky. She surrendered to the shadow of death. But while she was drowning in her silent tears, she did not realize that my eyes were fixed on her suffering. I was there. I was watching. I did not watch from a distance. I was standing right beside her in the sand. I heard the voice of the crying child. I called her name from heaven, and when she lifted her heavy eyes toward my voice, I opened her vision to see a well of clear water right in front of her. The water was ready. She did not have to dig that well. She did not have to work for her survival. The provision was already there before she arrived. She ran to the water. She filled her bottle. She saved her child. And in that moment of complete rescue, she realized that she had encountered the true living Lord. Her soul was revived. She gave me a beautiful name. She called me the God who sees me. She realized that she was never invisible. The wilderness was not her grave. It was the place where she discovered my power. My child, you are sitting in Hagar's wilderness right now. You have turned your face away from your life because you cannot bear the pain. You have looked at the death of your dreams. You have watched your finances dry up completely. You have seen your relationships wither under betrayal, and because the weight of your disappointment has grown too heavy, you have walked away from the light to sit in the dirt. You are waiting for the end. You feel hopeless, but I am calling your name today. Look up from the dust. I am the same God who stood in that sand. I am the God who sees you. I see you when you hide your face. I see you when you sit alone in the dark. You are never invisible to my eyes. I count your steps. I know your pain. I know the exact number of hairs on your head. You think your isolation means I am absent. You think I have abandoned you to the wind. But the desert is not an empty space. The desert is my sacred darkroom, and while you are waiting in the silence of this season, I am developing the beautiful image of your destiny away from the world. Your processing is necessary. I had to separate you from the crowd. I had to lead you here. The noise of their opinions was too loud. It was drowning out my voice. You were believing their labels. You were trying to fit into rooms that were too small for your spirit. So I allowed the door to shut. I caused the isolation. I wanted your undivided attention. I wanted to speak to your soul without any interruptions. I was there when you felt their gossip. I was there when they excluded you. And even though you had to walk away with tears in your eyes, I was holding your hand through the entire experience because I refused to let you fall. You were never alone. I saw the lump in your throat. You watched them celebrate without you. You felt like an outcast. You felt like you were broken. But your exclusion was my holy protection. I was shielding your pure heart from the poison of their hidden envy, because I have a greater table prepared for your future. They cannot go there. You belong at my table. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. Do not measure your worth by their validation. People are fickle. Their love changes with the weather. But my commitment to your life is permanent. I saw you before you were formed in the darkness. I chose you with absolute intention. You are mine. I will never cast you away. I saw every day of your life before you lived. I saw this exact moment on your screen. You have been running away because you feel like a disappointment. You think your struggles have ruined my plan. But my plan does not depend on your strength because it rests entirely on my sovereign grace. I knew you would get tired. I knew you would sit in the dust. I knew you would cry for relief. None of this surprises my heart. None of your weakness makes me turn away. In fact, I draw closer to you when you are broken. My power is made perfect when your human strength is completely gone. I love your raw honesty. I am near to the broken-hearted. Stop trying to look strong for me. Drop the heavy mask. Let me see your exhaustion. I am not repelled by your fragments. I am the potter. I love the clay when it is soft. I can reshape your life into a vessel of honor because my hands know exactly how to fix what the world has shattered. Trust my touch. Let go of the steering wheel. Let go of the frantic control. You are terrified of crashing. You are exhausted from driving in the dark. But you do not have to navigate this storm alone because I am stepping into the driver's seat right now to guide you safely home. Rest your mind. Let the peace of my presence wash over you. The tears I witnessed are now the seeds of what I am about to harvest for you. Listen carefully. I am shifting the atmosphere of your life right now. The season of hiding is over. The season of weeping in secret is coming to an immediate end. I am standing over your desert today. I am commanding the rivers to flow through your wasteland. You have been looking at the dry ground, but I am telling you to look at the sky. The clouds of my favor are gathering. I am releasing a heavy rain of restoration. This rain will flood your finances with supernatural abundance. It will wash away the sickness from your physical body, and everything that the enemy tried to steal from you during your isolation will be returned with double value. I am breaking the drought of your soul. Your dry bones are coming back to life at my command. You have felt empty for so long. You forgot what it feels like to overflow with joy. But I am pouring my spirit into your heart until your cup runs over. The wilderness will witness your restoration. I am making all things new for you. I am opening the true well of your provision. You do not have to beg for crumbs anymore. You do not need validation from people who ignore your light. I am setting a grand table for you in the presence of your enemies, and those who laughed at your pain will have to watch you walk in my glory. They will see my favor on your life. They thought you were finished. They thought the desert had swallowed your future. They spoke about your downfall as a certainty. But they did not know you were hidden in my secret place. They did not know that the shadow covering your life was not death, but the protective shadow of my almighty wing. You were safe. I declare that your light is rising in this hour. You are no longer the victim of their rejection. You are the leader I am raising up. You will show my power to this generation. Every chain of generational fear that bound your family is breaking off your shoulders right now. You are walking out of the prison. You are the cycle breaker. Your children will not inherit the anxiety you fought. Your children will not carry the lack that kept you awake. I am drawing a holy line in the sand today. The past ends here. The breakthrough begins now. Stand up in your true identity and watch me move. Your harvest is ready. Hear me, my child, because the moment of your total liberation is unfolding right now. I am stepping into your reality with unmatched authority. You have spent too many years looking at your life through the lens of rejection and failure. You have allowed the enemy to write the narrative of your worth based on what you lost. But today I am stripping the enemy of his pen. I am rewriting your story with holy fire, and no human hand can erase my declaration. The days of your weeping are officially over. Look up at my countenance right now. I need you to sit up straight and prepare your spirit for an explosion of absolute truth. You have been running away because you felt disqualified by the pain of your past. But your past has just expired at my command. Let us uncover the massive mystery behind every painful event you endured last year. You cried when that relationship ended so brutally. You felt like your heart was ripped out of your chest when they walked away without an explanation. You asked me why I allowed them to blindside you when you loved them so purely. Now listen to my prophetic answer. That door did not close by accident. I slammed that door shut with my own almighty hand. I watched that person smile in your face while harboring hidden poison in their heart. They were planning to destroy your confidence in the next season. They were going to drain your spiritual oil until you became a hollow shell. I saw the trap. And because I love you too much to let you be destroyed, I intercepted their steps. I caused the misalignment. I allowed the argument to happen. I made them leave your life because their presence was a direct threat to your eternal destiny. It was not a punishment from heaven. It was my absolute, ultimate, holy protection over your fragile soul. You thought you were being rejected by them. But the truth is you were being rescued by me. You must stop mourning the dead things that I killed for your survival. You have been standing outside that locked door for months begging me to open it again. You have been wishing for the return of people who were meant to be temporary shadows in your history. Wake up from this illusion. If I open that door today, you will walk straight into a den of wolves. Trust my rejection. My refusal to answer that specific prayer was the greatest act of love I have ever performed for you. Think about the job you lost. Think about the opportunity that vanished right when you were about to sign the contract. You felt humiliated. You felt like you were falling behind everyone else in your circle. But that company was a sinking ship. If you had entered that room, your integrity would have been compromised completely. Your peace would have been traded for a handful of silver. I held you back because I have a sovereign inheritance that cannot be manufactured by human corporations. I am your employer. I am your promoter. I am the one who sets the timeline for your ultimate exaltation. Do you realize what is happening in the atmosphere around you right now? The chains of ancestral delay are melting like wax in my presence. Kicking against my timing will only prolong your anxiety. I want you to anchor this truth in your heart before we proceed to the ultimate release. I want you to make a physical declaration of your complete agreement. Pause right here and look at the screen. Write under the comments of this message the sacred words, "God is my safe refuge." Do not hesitate. Write it now as an act of absolute defiance against the spirit of fear. By typing those words, you are locking your faith into my protection. You are claiming your total deliverance from the memories that haunt your mind. Good. You have made your declaration. Now the atmosphere is perfectly prepared for your restoration. I want to shift my tone because I need to talk directly to your tired physical body. We are entering the inner chamber of my peace. I am moving out of the storm, and I am calling you to step into the quiet place where my glory resides. I transition into an active command over your exhaustion. Drop the heavy bags you have been carrying on your bleeding shoulders. Drop the bags of worry about tomorrow. Drop the frantic need to control the decisions of your family. You cannot fix them with your empty strength. You cannot heal their broken lives when your own light is flickering. Give them to me. I am the Lord of their souls, just as I am the Lord of yours. Turn over the keys of your life to my management today. Stop playing the role of the Savior because that position belongs to my Son alone. You are just a child, and a child is not meant to carry the weight of the entire house. Lay down your armor. You are safe in my house. Now I command you to perform a holy ritual of absolute surrender. Wherever you are sitting or standing right now, let your weary shoulders drop. Release the tension in your tight neck. Unclench your jaw. Let the muscles around your eyes relax completely. Stop fighting the air. Stop bracing yourself for the next tragedy, because the battle is already won. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Breathe in, my Holy Spirit, right now. Let the clean air of heaven fill your empty lungs. Hold it for a moment. Feel the warmth of my presence invading the cold places where panic used to live. Now exhale all the bitter poison of your disappointment. Exhale the names of the people who hurt you. Blow away the resentment. Receive my divine energy. I am pumping new life into your tired bloodstream. I am restoring the cells in your physical vessel. The chronic pain that has been lingering in your body is leaving under the weight of my glory. The dark cloud of depression that sat on your mind for 3 years is breaking apart into 1,000 fragments. Light is flooding your soul. You are being recharged by the source of my eternal grace. I am the Alpha and the Omega. My peace is not a temporary feeling that depends on your environment. My peace is an iron shield that guards your thoughts from the arrows of anxiety. Look at the shift. You can breathe easily now. The constriction in your throat has vanished completely. I am pouring the oil of absolute gladness over your head. It is dripping down your hair. It is soaking into your garments. This oil will attract the right connections into your life. It will cause kings and leaders to notice your secret faithfulness. Where you were once ignored, you will now be sought after for your wisdom. Your value is being unlocked. You have passed the great test of the wilderness. You did not deny my name when the water ran dry. You kept your integrity when temptation whispered that you should compromise. You chose to trust my silence even when your heart was breaking in pieces. And because you stayed faithful in the dark, I am going to reward you in the blinding light. The contract of your suffering is torn up completely. I am issuing a new decree of favor over your household. Your children will walk in the blessing of your endurance. The poverty that gripped your ancestors will not find a single foothold in your bank account. I am multiplying your seed. I am extending your boundaries until you overflow. Do not turn away from this glorious transformation. Look at the beauty I am creating out of your ashes. You thought you were breaking during that dark night, but the truth is you were just breaking out of your old shell. You were outgrowing the old version of yourself. I had to let the old foundation break so you could stand on a rock. The enemy is watching your restoration with complete terror. He knows his time is up. He knows he can no longer use your guilt to keep you trapped in the past. Your sins are washed away. Your mistakes are forgotten. Your identity is completely secure in my hands. Lift up your eyes. Prepare your ears for the final instructions, because the blueprint of your victory is about to be revealed. Stay alert. The quiet restlessness you felt inside your chest has finally found its answer today. It was never anxiety or confusion. It was your spirit preparing to cross a holy threshold into a massive reality. And every morning when you woke up with that heavy pressure, my angels were already working behind the scenes to realign the path for your ultimate breakthrough. You are now standing on solid ground because my hand has anchored your life. You are no longer the one who must survive alone in the dark corners of the world. I am raising you up to be a powerful beacon of light for your entire family line. You are a cycle breaker. The old limitations that held your parents captive have no authority over your life anymore. And because you stayed faithful during the silent years when everyone else abandoned the dream, I am opening massive storehouses of heavenly favor that no human can close. You will walk into rooms that your ancestors could only dream about. The enemy is forced to watch your restoration in complete silence, because his power was broken. He tried to drown your destiny in tears. He tried to convince you that your voice did not matter to heaven. But while you were weeping in the dark valleys of your isolation, my protective hand was forging a weapon that would shatter his illusions completely. You have survived the worst of the storm, and your armor is shining with my glory. Now you must take a critical step to seal this breakthrough in your reality. The enemy hates the peace you are feeling right now. He will try to steal these words from your mind the exact second you close this screen. And if you allow the distractions of tomorrow to crowd out this holy message, you might wander back into the old patterns of doubt. Do not let him steal your sacred inheritance. You must secure this moment. Take your first act of absolute obedience right now. Like this video immediately to anchor your agreement with my heavenly decree. It is a physical declaration of your internal alignment. And when you comment the word Amen below, you are closing the legal loophole that the adversary used to attack your mind. This is a holy seal upon your broken pieces that are now healed. Do not keep this light hidden inside your own room, because the world is desperately cold. I have chosen you to be a living refuge for other hurting souls. Share this message with exactly 3 people who are secretly crying out for hope today. You are my feet and my hands on the earth. And as you send these words to those lonely hearts who are standing on the edge of surrender, my grace will multiply your own harvest immediately. When you share this truth, you are executing a divine mission. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell to stay connected to my guidance. Do not wander back into the noise. You need your daily bread to maintain the strength of your spiritual vessel. And every single morning when you open your eyes, my voice will be waiting here to clear the heavy fog from your tired mind. Take the step now. Do not wait for a better feeling or a more convenient hour. The move now belongs to your active obedience. Take the step. Good. You have responded to my call. Now let us enter the final sanctuary of my love. Come closer to me, my child, and let the heavy urgency of the world fade away completely while I whisper the deepest blessings of eternity over your beautiful life. Breathe slowly. Let your heart rest in the absolute certainty of my presence. I am not a distant memory or a story in an old book. I am the living breath inside your chest. And because my commitment to your life was sealed before the foundation of the world, I will never abandon you to the wind of adversity. When the night gets cold and the whispers of doubt return, remember my face. I am wrapping my arms around you right now. Feel the deep warmth of my spirit melting away the remaining fractures of your old pain. The people who abandoned you have no power to define your future anymore. I have closed those chapters for your protection. And while the storm continues to rage against the systems of men, you will rest safely under the giant shadow of my almighty wing. Sleep with a light heart tonight. I am already working ahead of your steps in the coming days. I am aligning the right people to support your vision. I am opening massive doors of financial supply that will surprise your mind. You do not have to struggle with your own empty strength, because my favor is clearing the path for your feet. I am your provider. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. Never allow the labels of the world to shrink your faith again. When they tell you that you are not enough, look at my eyes. You are precious in my house. I traded heaven itself to secure your soul. And because you carry an eternal weight of glory within your spirit, the temporary afflictions of this earth will no longer break you. Stand tall in your purpose. I will guide you one single step at a time, and I will never confuse your thoughts. My voice brings clarity, and my presence brings deep calm to your environment. When you feel overwhelmed, just pause and call my name. I will answer you immediately. And as you walk through the streets, you will feel an invisible shield protecting your mind. You are never walking alone through the wilderness. The weapon formed against you will fail completely because your life is hidden in me. The adversary can roar like a lion, but he cannot touch your destiny. I have drawn a holy line around your household. No plague will come near your dwelling place, and your family is protected under the blood of my eternal covenant. Believe this truth with absolute certainty. I am pouring fresh oil over your head to restore your spiritual authority. The dry seasons have passed away, and the season of abundance has arrived. You will see the fruit of your long waiting before the end of this year. And as you witness the rapid restoration of everything you lost in the previous season, your heart will overflow with a joy you cannot contain. Do not look back at the desert with regret because the desert made you strong. You are ready for the inheritance. I am healing the relationships that matter to your heart. I will restore the trust that was stolen by past betrayals. I will bring genuine people into your circle who will celebrate your light. You will no longer be misunderstood. The financial lack that caused you to weep in secret is being removed right now. I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing you cannot contain. You will pay every debt. You will have more than enough to give to those in need. And because I am making you a distribution center of my wealth, you will never have to beg for human charity again. Believe in my infinite supply. I speak total healing into your physical body from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Let the sickness leave your bones right now. Let the fatigue vanish from your mind. I am the Lord who heals you. Your strength is being renewed like the eagle. You will run and not grow weary. Walk forward in perfect health. The dark entities that tried to block your prayers have been completely defeated by my angels. The path between your heart and my throne is clear. Your words carry weight in the spirit realm. When you decree a thing, it will be established for you. And because you praised me in your deepest pain, the walls of opposition are falling down right now. You are a mighty force in my kingdom. Come out of the shadows. Do not hide your beautiful face from the world any longer. The time of your isolation is over, and the time of your manifestation has arrived. Let your light shine before men so they can see my glory in your life. And when they look at you, they will remember the dry ground where you used to sit, and they will wonder at my power. They will praise my name. I love you with an everlasting love that cannot be measured by human standards. I knew your name before the stars were born. I chose your path with absolute precision. Every valley you walked through was a class in my university of grace. And because you did not deny my name when the heat of the trial was burning your skin, you have graduated today. The crown of victory is being placed upon your beautiful head. Go forward into your tomorrow with a spirit of bold confidence. You have been running away for too long, but today you are walking in power. Look at the horizon. The sun is rising upon your season of restoration. The darkness has lost its grip on your mind completely, and my presence will go before you to level every mountain of opposition. You are free. You are loved. You are chosen. I walk with you always.